What is up, Cahir Club? And welcome back to another CahirLIVE live stream. How goes it? I hope everybody's had. Hello! I don't have the chats up, so I do not know who just greeted me. I do not know who just greeted me. It was Mango. Hello, Mango. Hello, SFA. Hello, Pumpkin. Hello, Brugger, Felix, and Jellu. It's Friday the 13th. Loki. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait. Thank you for resubscribing, Rob. Welcome back to the Cahir Club. Did this not happen last stream? Did this not... I swear that happened last stream. Bafflement. Maybe my memory's just going. You did Prime last stream, yes. So why does it happen again now? Where? Well, I'm baffled. Anyway, hello Finn, how goes it? I hope you've been well. Are there any updates on whether or not tonight is happening? Because there might be more Cahir content today. Luna is goofing off in your room. Tell Luna I said hello. Seems to always do... It kind of does, actually. You're right. It kind of does always do it twice, and it always baffles me. It always confuses me. I'm always confused by it. Yeah, you think you will? Hell yeah. There might be a repo stream. I might be on a repo stream tonight. So keep your eyes open for that. Over on DorsalFin1's Twitch channel. Wait, I can do... that. Yeah. And if I do this, and this, and this, I can paste it in the YouTube chat as well. Bada boom, bada bing. Potats? Potats? What was I looking for? You told her you said hello? I don't think she understands it. Then try harder. Anyway. Today we're back. That's not a screen that tells you anything. Today we're back with Dynamax Adventures. Last stream we did Dynamax Adventures. No, we didn't. No, we didn't. That's a lie. That is, in fact, not the truth at all. Whatsoever, actually. Last stream, we were shiny hunting. The stream before that, and the stream before that as well, were both 7-star raids. This is the first... Basario, hello, how goes there? I hope your week has been going well so far. But yeah, it's been a while since we last did some Dynamax Adventures, is the point. Is the point and the truth. It's been a while. It's been a good while. So let's hop right back into it. I think I got a shiny last time. I was gonna check, but now we're in this screen, so I can't really check. I definitely got a shiny. And that's exciting. Because I think it's genuinely been, like, months. That was shiny. Okay, nice. Potatis. Why are we talking about potatoes? I'm quite baffled by this. I'm quite baffled by this situation. I must say. But, the fact we got a... Wait, no, I don't want a shiny this stream. I just remembered I don't want to get a shiny this stream. Because if I get a shiny this stream, that's going to take away from my luck on Wednesday, which is my birthday. It is my birthday. Which is exciting. But I'm going to be pulling for an old Genshin character on Genshin. Shenhe. My favourite, my wife. So I need all the luck I can get for that stream. So if I get a shiny today... and that would be taking luck away from it, which is obviously a very normal way of viewing the situation. I think that's potentially how people always view it, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway. Just to check, Basario, you say you're using a sword game. Does that mean you're Lum? Want to know how she learned to drink on her own? Is it like a person? Does she pick the bowl up with her hands? Who's Bert? You are live. Okay. Just wanted to double check. Wanted to ensure that I wasn't about to cut you out. Okay. You know what? For once, I'm going to play support. For once, I'll pick Togetic. Given that we're fighting Xerneas, to be clear. So yeah, Center Scorch was the only, I think, Xerneas fighter there. Heatmore might do something, maybe. On Thursday, she was on your dress and started drinking your water. Oh, fun. Okay, there's an Ivysaur to the left. We should probably go to the Ivysaur, I think. I think, it's not the best, but, like, it's better than a... Oh, no, there is a Berserker to the right. We should go right. If we go Berserker right, then... What's behind the grass? I can't tell. The previous 4 Fire Lash goated, but that's true. That's true. Fire Lash is pretty goated. What is that? It's an odd shape from this angle, and I'm trying to figure out what it is. Is Brugger talking about a cat? No, I think it's his rhino. Oh, it's a Stallant. Could name their cat Luna. It's obviously a rhino name. Oh, I can Dynamax. I'm gonna kill this guy. Alright. You missed the name drop, didn't you? Didn't the what? The huh? Alright. Stallant time. Time to destroy the Stallant. As is classic. Well, that's a good point. Everyone's, Oh, I'm not fire type, but a lot of people are fire type. Does Life Dew's healing potency go down? But anyway, I saw a thing about cats and drinking water. They don't like to drink water near their food. Maybe not. Oh, I have Max Flare. I can use this. So I'm just trying to think about how often Missy... No, when I've ever had cats who drink water near their food. Because we used to keep one of the water bowls near the food. But that was back when we had 2 big water bowls. We don't need 2 big water bowls because we only have 1 cat. And no dog. And I was just trying to remember which water bowl went down quicker. And I think it generally was the one further from the food. I think it genuinely was. That's interesting. But yeah, no, I have a water bowl in my room for the cat. There's a water bowl downstairs, but it's in a different room to where she eats. But most of the time she drinks out of the watering can. And random puddles outside. If there is a bowl-shaped object with water in it, Missy will drink from that over anything else. Even though I'm very diligent and careful of filling up her water bowl, she is still so mean to me specifically by doing this, I think. Just need to ensure that everybody knows how evil she is. Right, there's a Berserker this one. Okay! Where is it? Where's stream mode? Fuming. Fuming. Fuming! Little Bear, hello, how goes it? I hope your week has gone well. Doing Dynamax Adventures today, trying to bag a shiny Xerneas before the ZA comes out. We have, what is that? 4 months? We have 4 months. Almost to the day, actually. In 3 days, it will be 4 months until Legends ZA releases. How is Cahir doing today? Pretty solid. Had a... No, it's been a busy day today, actually. It's been a busy day. A lot of various tasks and such. Don't mind the random messages I just sent you in quick succession. Yeah, I started thinking, I saw like the number next to the Discord icon, and I was like, either there's an actual conversation happening, or Finn was being funny. I apologize for being so quick and speedy at turning streamer mode on today. In future, I will be slower. I won't, but if I pretend, it makes me seem... It seems kinda... You know how it is. You know how it is. I just don't get why he's... Uh-oh. Never mind. I just don't get why streamer mode is so shite these days. What's up with that? What's up with that? It used to turn on automatically, and now it just doesn't? Did small. Did small. But yeah, Rob, you were saying that, the game actually works. Sword and Shield is worse on the Switch 2, is what you were saying in the Discord, right? If I'm not mistaken, which I rarely am, you were declaring earlier that, Discord was quite less functional. No, Sword and Shield was quite less functional on the Switch 2 than the Switch. Has this persisted? Alright, who wants Berserker? Who wants Berserker? No one? I'm gonna take Berserker. I want to take Berserker. You just got another graphical designer trying to advertise themselves to you. This is the 6th time in general. Can you tell us their name so I can get someone on their back and get them banned? We should probably get Flareon because of the hiker. Isabella Dollars. Ben, can you ban them for me? Can you ban them from the Discord? Pretty please. Awesome sauce and thank you. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I was... SFA, you still around? Although, although I just adjusted some screen settings and it's improved, there's still some discrepancy. I think between the locked 30 FPS and the Switch 2 speeding it up, which makes it blurry. I see, that's fair enough. Well, it's not, but like... Ouch, that really hurt you. Wait. Yeah, I think me and Mango are having the exact same thought in our heads, unless Mango's having an entirely different thought, in which case, whoopsie daisies. But I think we might be having the exact same thought in our brains right now. I think as of this moment, the gears might be... No, I think it's the same. Yeah, no, it's the same. No, wait. That's the person you were fishy about. And they messaged SFA. And SFA invited the bot, invited the scammer to Pip's Discord server. It's the same person. We probably should have banned them ages ago, but... I hope Guts did ban them in the end. If they didn't, I might prompt them on that. Just to ensure that, they have not. Too mutual. Are you a mod in the Pip Discord? Because I know you're generally a mod over there in that community, Mango. Just thought you might like to know that information. I think I missed something. What are you talking about? Okay, basically a while ago, Mango messaged me saying that there was someone in his DMs that they hadn't advertised, like, okay, no, there's more context that's needed here. Basically, one of like the scourges on streaming at the moment is people who keep on like DMing saying, "Hey, my commissions are open, please commission me." But like, it's not like they're not actually artists. They're either going to give you AI work or just like traced or fucking. They're not actually artists, right? They're scamming you. Is the general gist, right? I don't know if they actually do, but I'll continue on with the story, with that tangent later. And I'm going to focus on the main story here, which is Mango messaged me saying that someone was messaging him, but he wasn't sure if that was their goal at the time. So we should keep an eye on them. SFA got a DM from them, and then invited them to a friend of mine, Pip's Discord server. And now it turns out they are the exact graphic designer scammer type that we thought they were. And SFA very much gave them another Discord server to scam. SFA very much put them in. Anyway, if someone DMs you out of the blue, and I don't know, it's like, when you guys get DMs out of the blue, do you humor them? Not even Guts is a mod in the Discord, if I remember correctly. Oh, I see. Well, best of luck to Pip, then. No humor ever. Yeah, I like... Maybe I'm just a generally, like... I feel like saying socially anxious is maybe putting myself a bit too high up the list. But like, I'm awkward. I'm socially awkward. If someone sends me a friend request or DMs me, especially if they're not like asking me a question, I'm not gonna respond. You're usually quite bored. That is very Eucor. Yes, for practice. That is interesting. Bold. I'll give you that. But yeah, generally I just like avoid it, especially if it's like not actually like a question or inquiry. Like, I don't know if you guys ever just get like the hello DM, and it's like, what's being achieved here? Dry. You started reporting them on other servers. They're in other servers that you're in? Oh no. I don't usually get DMs, so I might check the message and choose not to respond. That's fair. I mean, I generally read the message, right? I don't entirely go, like, if it's a message, I generally read it, but like, a lot of the time it's just like a fucking... You've seen a sort of new different one out recently. Do tell. I'd love to know. You don't know what the end goal is yet. Well, best of luck figuring it out. Assuming that that is exactly what you're going to do. They hit you up thinking you were someone else. GG. Alright, we killed it. Okay. Then they ask if you want to play some shit-ass mobile game. I think I know what the end goal here is, Mango. Thinking about it, I think I know what the end goal might be. I have a hunch that the link that they send you is probably going to be some kind of phishing link. Okay, have you clarified, like, is this definitely a link to, like, a mobile game? I assume it's just a phishing link, right? Like, when they're like, I hacked your Steam account! No, no, they're like, I reported your Steam account! I reported your Steam account by accident, you're going to need to dispute it at this link here. They never sent you a link. They just told you play this mobile... Did they give you the name of the mobile game? Or did you not let them get that far? Like, did you let them... Did you cut them off before they could give you the link? Did you be like, no, this is bullshit? No shiny here? Hopefully we get a... Wait. Hopefully other people get a couple today. Again, I want to channel my luck elsewhere. And according to a random man on Reddit, they'll just ask them to play the game for a bit. I'm guessing there's still phishing going on here. Maybe it's like a, yeah, maybe it's a, like, you might spend money on it. Maybe it's an affiliate link thing. Maybe, I think the most likely option here is the game still scrapes your data. It's just by being an actual game, it looks less suspicious. So you won't think your data's been scraped. Ooh, it's great dilly. And Vileplume, that's a pretty good start. Vikavolt with Poison Jab. Okay, that's actually a pretty good combination. So the funny thing about it is that the first one you got... The mutual server they found you from was a Discord server for a computer parts store based here in Sweden. Huh. What's the name? Quick! I can find his location! And, do something. There's a Magneton to the right. I don't know if you guys want to switch, but it probably means we should go right to the Magneton. Might be safer if me or Rob switch later on. In fact, I don't think it's safer if I switch, because I've got Gastro Acid. And supposedly the person they were looking for was from the UK. And they were supposed to be from, like, Singapore, if I remember correctly. Wow. What a sound and watertight story. To be fair, I doubt they tailored the DMs. To be fair, I do not think the DMs were tailored, right? Like, they probably just copied and pasted it. Surely. Surely unlikely. But it's still a very funny situation. Anyway, I do have a funny story to tell. One of the people who's, like, been, like, who has, in the past, tried DMing me about, like, trying to get me to, like, trying to scam me with, like, art stuff. Basically the guy sent me, like, a big list of, supposed stuff that he'd worked on before. With names and stuff, like, attached to a lot of them, and I was like, So I researched through some of them to see if, like, they were actual... To see if they were actual, to see if they were real, to see if I could find the people that had supposedly worked with this guy before. And I found one of them. And it was a guy whose banner was his name in, like, a basic Microsoft font on a pretty generic blue background. You know, I'm going to explain what this was later, because it's going to be funnier if I wait for a moment. I started questioning if this guy's real or not. I don't know why I felt ballsy that day. No, I think I might have actively asked if any of the people who commissioned it before, if I could talk with them, or something like that. And he gave me this one guy. I'd already seen his channel and stuff, but he gave me this one guy. Clicked on the channel. The art that he was saying, the art that he was using as like this whole, oh, I can talk to this guy, was basic Microsoft font on a blue background. And I'm guessing what the guy asked for was a Raichu in like a Luffy hat. Like a Monkey D. Luffy One Piece hat. Which, fair enough, right? Like, that's a pretty, like, but it was, like, 2 PNGs. It was a Raichu PNG you can find on the front page of Google Images when you type in Pokemon Raichu, with a Luffy with a Luffy hat PNG on his head. And it was like, yeah, I'm an artist. See? You could talk to this guy, and it's like, I'm sure I could. I think maybe I'd be more forgiving at the concept if this guy wasn't acting like he'd made VTuber models and stuff before. But Bruga's favorite Pokemon is this way, so we should go this way, I think. You know, Bruga is going to be really happy about if we go this way. You have a story about art, yeah? Have you been here the whole time, SFA, or have you just hopped back in? Not the Miltank? What's wrong with the Miltank? It's Bruga's favorite Pokemon. Well, these do the exact same amount, but this one most special events. You were semi-conscious. So, remember Isabella? Were you throwing up? Were you throwing up over the Zootopia horse? Bruga just got a DM from them. They're a graphic design scammer. Not W. Not W. Oh, okay. You trusted them. You did. You did. Do not trust random DMs anymore, please, SFA. Do not invite random people into my Discord server. Nor pips. You wish Cradilly was real. I don't think Cradilly would be my first pick for that one. Chris, what's your favorite Pokemon? Krogunk. I love Krogunk. That's why he's all my alerts over here. Luna is resting on your chair? Aww. You love to hear it. WSFA for not bringing the bot to mine. I guess that is a W, isn't it? I guess that is. It's not a W for me. It's, well, no, okay. It's not a W for me because she was already there. It's not a W for Piff. Okay, when I find Gamba Scammer, I bring them to Finn. That sounds good to me, SFA. That sounds good to me. I could get on board with that idea. Sorry, I just had a great idea. Anyway. That's an idea I'll keep to myself. You know, actually, I don't think it changes anything if I tell you. If one of those graphic designer scammers come into my chat, I'll make sure to give them Finn's Discord server link and not mine. Good thing you have a second chair that you use for when you're playing on the accordion. Oh wait, so she's like not on your lap on your chair, she's stolen your chair. Love that. They probably wouldn't DM you from Finn since you're a mod on there. Yeah. Carlos wants to send a linky. Think I should send In Crime to Finn? Yeah, you should. Send them to Detroit. Become human? When the thing says to Pip, will he commission them? Pip would just be like, no, I'll do it myself. So, these bots, just to be clear, they don't message people high up in the server. There's berries behind this microphone, by the way. They don't, like... Sorry, I know that was a bit, and it was a funny bit. I just felt the need to start clarifying. Like, they don't message, like, the Discord server owners, they don't message mods. They operate on a level of smartness. But I saw a suggestion once, and I can't stop thinking about it. On Discord onboarding, right, they'll often suggest a lot of the roles, just because it gets them to see the most people, so they can scam the most people. I saw someone suggest making, like, a bot role for bots to select when they enter the server that will immediately get them banned. You forgot about your art story. Oh, you did? What was your art story? Just know if the 4 servers you're a mod in become public, they'll be fucks. What? Why? Special defense lower, special defense lower, special defense lower. Oh. Oh, okay. Rob's got max quake. We're fine. Maybe you should hide it a little. Maybe. If the bots go to them and DM you. Oh, I see, I see. You and some dude made a joke about Order 34, so one thing led to another and you made some fan art. SFA, have you drawn porn? Just find a game you don't really like. I don't know, League or something. Oh! Because then I'm not just filtering out the bots, I'm filtering out the League players. I get it. Did you get what the haiku was about, by the way? Yeah. I'm knowledgeable. But for those who don't know, but for those who are out of the loop, could you tell the class? I'm not one of them. I know what it's about. Because I'm smart and intelligent, obviously. Alright. No items going into this one, which is a shame, but, like, I think we got this. I think we got this. Here's Blue Man haunts both mine and Finn's dreams. The Blue Gentleman? I'm the Blue Gentleman! Wait, was it my Dynamax turn? I'm the Blue Gentleman! I cannot get over the Blue Gentleman. I cannot get over it. I'm the Blue Gentleman! Love that. Love that. It was just one of those things that immediately struck my soul. And I've been thinking for a while. I need to get a new profile picture. Because A Bit Happy Aren't I has been around. But it's been around for too. Elijah Wood, Pissed Off, has been around for too long. It's been around for too long. It was time to let it go. It was time to move on. And then on my feed came on Dan Henschel, who has been making some of the most abstract fucking content as of late. Like, it's funny how Dan Henschel first took off by making, like, content with actual substance, and now he's just doing random bullshit. And I love that a lot. Because it still feels a bit philosophical, really. You know? I will... Like, I... Big Dan Henschel fan. But I did really like he's always done good stuff. Like from like Loaf Sun and how hard he pushed that. I love that. But I also was a big fan of his like really fucking bad relationship advice. Because that's what I found him through, was this really bad relationship advice. Like that... Like, I genuinely wonder if Dan Henschel has ruined anyone's relationships from those videos. I think about them often. You sent a video of Luna in the Discord. I see. I'll check it out later. Anyway. I'm the Green Gentleman! You know, that's actually a really good idea. GG indeed. Although honestly, I can't help but wonder if I can make the Blue Gentleman about Blue Box somehow. You know? If I can shoehorn Blue Box into it. It's just how it is. You know. Because I've not moved on yet. Just to be clear. You don't like the Blue Gentleman. I like how I consistently seem to make profile pictures that everybody universally, like, despises. Like, I impress myself. I impress myself with how consistent my, like, profile pictures are, like, disgusting or distressing people. Hello, Sonic Games. How goes it? I hope your week has been going well. We're doing Dynamax Adventures today, looking for Shiny Xerneas before we do ZA. No Shiny here. Ah, better luck next time you're going to head off. Fair enough, Basarius. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you for stopping by. Most things circle back to Blue Box. They do. It's because it's my hyperfixation right now. Like, gas up Blue Box. You should watch Blue Box on Netflix. Is that Xerneas? Yes. God, I love Blue Box. Alright. You're the Blue Box Gentleman. Maybe. I was fine with Elijah, except I thought it was Bam Margera. I thought I sent the video, like, often when I change my profile picture, I do send the video I took it from to my Discord. Because the Elijah Wood one was one where, he was, what was it? Dominic Monaghan? I might have just butchered his name. It might not even be Dominic. It was... Fuck. I always get Mary and Pippin mixed up. But it was one of their actors. And he was, like, doing a video where he was, like, really fucking pissed at them and gonna fight them. And there was just one shot where he was pulling this, like, horribly pissed off facial expression. And it just grabbed me by the face. And I was like, you know what? This is it now. This is my brand for the next, like, 6 months. But then I was in a Discord call. With Pip and Guts, actually. And they were like, we hate this. We always think you're mad when you DM us because your profile picture's so angry. And I was like, you know what? That's fair. So that's when I drew the smiley face on it. that's when I went to the image and made him happy again. It's just the issue is I did it over the only image I had downloaded of it. If I hadn't done that, bit apathetic, aren't I? Would have definitely happened. There would have been a bit apathetic, aren't I? Or something similar. And bit apathetic, aren't I? That would have been a great bit. I need to stop laughing so hard at my own shit-ass, like, things. You can't give us the bishop now! That's so mean! That's so mean! No one even chose it! But anyway, now it's the Blue Gentleman, and it seems to have garnered a lot more distaste. It seems to have garnered a lot more distaste than anything I've done prior, which I find interesting. I don't get why everyone is so against the Blue Gentleman. There's a clef key there. Doesn't really matter which way we take to get to the clef key. So, let's go this way, I guess. The question is why is Xerneas a fairy type if it's based off of a bug? What? Well, deer are, like, quite mythological because of how they always live in forests. And it's the Pokemon of life, which is once again kind of mythological and peaceful and good. So it's a fairy type. Fucking corner camping Smurf. That's what the blue dude reminds you of. What? You saw a Firemon? He makes you upset. I love the Blue Gentleman. The water isn't watering in Minecraft. Why isn't the water watering in Minecraft? If he looks uncouth. No, he doesn't. He's got that lovely little smile on his face. Look, Finn, if you want me to change my profile picture that bad, then if you find me a profile picture, then I'll do it. If you find me a profile picture, I'll change it. But I'm very particular around my profile pictures. That's the issue. It takes a lot for me to see an image that I go, yes, at, you know? It takes a lot for me to see an image that I'm like, oh, this is new profile picture. Like, think about how long I was that fish in the MRI machine. I was that fish in the MRI machine for quite a while. That fish in the MRI machine, that was so fucking funny. Have you guys seen the fish in the MRI machine? I might have already shown the fish in the MRI machine before, but I just want to, like, re-clarify. I want to make sure everyone's seen that fish in the MRI machine, right? Because I was obsessed with that fish. That fish in the MRI machine. Man. I actually used to play Pokemon Shield, but you don't have it saved on your Switch Lite. I see, I see. You don't think you have? I mean, you definitely have, Rob. I'm going to be honest. You've definitely seen the fish in the MRI machine. Because, you were the witness to that case. Wait, I'm going to have to send this image to myself. So that I can, You know what, I can probably just Google it. I can probably just Google it online. On the internet. God, this is so fucking dull. I love this. I love this image so much. Okay. Let me just make sure. Wait, shit. It doesn't matter which way we go. What's that? Oh, I accidentally clicked on Jolteon. That's fine. It's not fine, but pretend it's fine. Okay, it's on the right one. This is the fish in the MRI machine. This right here is the fish in the MRI machine. What you're looking at right now, as an image, is on a fish that's about to get an MRI. It's the sponge, the wet towel, the fact that it's fucking vertical in there. The fact they kept it fucking, like, did they need to keep it vertical? Did the fish have to be vertical in the MRI machine for it to work? Look at its face. No, come on. Okay, is this not gonna work? It's not gonna work, is it? Oh wait, no, I can zoom in. Got it. Look at this fish's face. Look at this thing's face. He's fucking in awe. He's in awe. Man, I wish I was a fish getting an MRI right now. Does a fish shit in the blenders? Fish. Fish fan art? You're gonna draw me as a fish in the MRI machine? Is that the implication there? Is that the implication? When it died, or is it already dead? No, it was alive. It was alive, and that's why it was in the sponge. They had to be really fucking quick. They had to be really fucking quick with that fish in the MRI machine. They had to be speedy as hell with that fish in the MRI machine. It's as simple as. If you had to choose between Score Bunny, Greek, or Sobble as a starter, had to. I have chosen that. That is a choice I have made, and it's Score Bunny. I like Score Bunny the most. Catboy fish time. I thought you were drawing me as a fish, not a catboy. God, I can't get over that fish in the MRI machine. It's just great. Then I feel like I had a few more in between, but I always remember Knight in a Jam, which was that image of like a knight of like a 3x3 chessboard in the middle. It's like the knight just couldn't move anywhere. The knight was unable to move out of the spot that it was in because it was in the middle of the chessboard. And I found that really funny. Because it was just in the middle of the chessboard. Alright, do you want Klefki, Rob, or shall I take Klefki? Who's taking the Klefki here? You take it? Oh, thank you. I was just checking my notes for the stream because I remembered I actually made notes this time because I never fucking make notes, but I actually remembered to make notes. And one of the points is just blue box mention. One of the notes suggested there is mention blue box, which is already done. Already done that. I'm gonna mention it again though, because I really like blue box. I'm not sure if you guys know this. I'm not sure if you guys know recently. I watched this series. I finished this manga lately called Blue Box. You should watch Blue Box on Netflix. The issue is this is very much one of those series that no one I care about has any interest in. Like, at all. Which really means that, like, you guys have to suffer, you know? It really means that you guys have to be, like, the ones on the suffering end. But also, I don't want to, like, talk too much about it. I don't want to talk too much about it. So I want to get people to watch it. You know? Like, if I spoil it, then people aren't gonna give a shit. People don't give a shit anyway, to be honest, but you know what I mean. I think of that as being paid by Netflix/Bluebox. I wish I would pay them because sponsored, indeed. I was gonna like be like for like a cameo, you know, in the series, like a cameo. But I just pay them. In a way, I already have actually, because I did buy the first volume. Only volume 1 because my local Waterstones seems to only ever carry volume 1 and volume 4. Which is an odd combination. By volume 4 and volume 17. What is volume 17? I think there are 20 volumes out right now, so volume 17 might be a banger. If it covers, if it's got any content from the arc, I think it does. They sell it when it comes out. I don't think they do at my Waterstones, I'm gonna be honest. Maybe they do. Maybe I just don't know my way around a Waterstones. I have not been to many Waterstones. Like, in fact, no, I've been to many Waterstones, actually. I've been to a lot of Waterstones in the last, like, year or so, given that, what was it called? I've been reading more over the past year. And I'll probably be going again in the very near future, because I think I might buy a book to read on a holiday. Probably the next one in the June series. I feel like the next book I'd read is probably going to be another June book. Because, I ought to. Your Waterstones is bad? Maybe. Maybe. Anyway, I've once again tormented everyone with Blue Box. There's 2 Blue Box mentions this stream. Get ready for the 3rd. Okay, which XYZ Pokemon do you like the most? I think I like Yveltal the most. I don't like Yveltal's shiny that much though, which is why I'm hunting Xerneas. I know a lot of people are big fans of the Bacon Bird, but yeah, I know at Blue Box pay us already. Yeah, I know a lot of people are fans of the Bacon Bird, but I don't know. I don't like it that much. Just know if anyone even tries to hurt Luna, they'll have run out of bones to break. Well, I hope no one does try to hurt Luna. That would be a bit fucked up, I think. Money. Real and true. Love a good bit of money. Love a good bit of money. But yeah, oh, what was I looking for? What was I looking for? No, I remember what I was looking for. I keep on seeing trailers for things online. Lars of the Stars. I feel like I've seen a game... Alright, the Splatoon game trailer. Superman's a big one at the moment. There are a lot of Superman trailers going around right now. I'm sure a lot of you have seen the Superman trailers going... I hope a lot of you have seen the Superman trailers going around right now. I'm excited for the new Superman movie. I think this is probably the most hyped I've been for a superhero movie, maybe since Endgame. I was even quite apathetic about, like, you hate that guy. You hate Superman? Dorsal Fin 1, are you Lex Luthor? He has the wrong energy, does he? I'm starting to think you might be Lex Luthor. I hate to say it. Okay, special attack boost. Special attack boost. Let's go. Healing, that's fine. You don't know who that is? That is Superman's arch nemesis. Who, as is I think assumable, really hates Superman. Just absolutely despises the guy. And would probably also describe Superman as someone with bad energy. You know? He's Superman. That's Superman. Oh, we did it! Okay. Not true the Nemesis. The Joker loved the Batman and the Lego Batman movie. That is true. That is true. I will give you that. Lex Luthor's whole thing is he fucking hates Superman. I'm interested in what part of Superman's energy you dislike. I don't know, I've always found Superman to be, like, one of the best superheroes. Because he kind of embodies what a superhero should be, like, all in all. It's why he's Superman. It's because he's just, like, the morally good one. It's also why he contrasts with Batman. Because Batman paints a very, like, different idea of what a superhero is. Something about him just upsets you. Superman is gross, unlike cool workers like Clark Kent. I'm starting to think SFA guy might be Lex Luthor, actually. You know? I'm starting to think Lex Luthor might be SFA guy. I don't think we do tell him, Brugger. I don't want to see the, consequence. I don't think we want to see the consequence of what would happen there. Oh, okay, we got 2 poison types. Is Rob gonna pick the Haunter? Oh, Glalie does have Steel Roller. Alright, alright. Hear me out. You have kids to feed, bills to pay, and your car gets hit by another car. Spider-Man's a menace. What's Spider-Man got to do with this? Haunter doesn't have anything, not with that attitude. There's a Vileplume just beyond. And then there's a Nidoking, which we aren't going to want, so if we go left. Spider-Man has kids. He does in, like, that, in the Ultimates comic. Doesn't he? In that Ultimates comic, he's married with kids. Which... You feeling like Jameson? That I noticed. I need to catch up on that, to be fair. You know you're superheroes, you apologize. I've noticed. If the Superman movie is as good as I think it could be, maybe not egotistical, maybe overzealous there. And then maybe I'll make you watch it just to see if you change your mind. Then he kills MJ by creating kids. Okay, no, that was in like one specific bit that he has radioactive cum. That I don't think that's like a genuine bit of Spider-Man lore. You have your reasons for being against the superhero movie. Alright, you're a fucking film major, aren't you? Which means if your movie doesn't have 15 layers of philosophical depth, you don't care about it. Spider-Man fucking sucks, but Peter Parker might be what we need to take him down. I'm promoting him because he is cool, vaccinated, and ununionized. And unionized. Oh, it was unionized, that's what you said, but I still stand by the unionized part. Unionized. True and real, actually. True and real. Yeah, no different comic, but I just think it's really fucking funny. That is fair. That is fair. I can't slate that. Maybe Spider-Man's cum is radioactive, to be fair. Because in the Ultimate series, he doesn't become Spider-Man until after he's already had the kids, so... But yeah, that was a segue away from what I was talking about, intending to talk about. Because on today's latest point of the scourge of Twitter, people keep on, underneath movie trailers and teasers and stuff, asking for Grok's opinion. They see a movie trailer, and the first fucking thing they think is, well, I wonder what the artificial intelligence thinks of this. You got to go, fair enough, Bruger. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Like, you don't use AI? I mean, I'm glad. I hope you don't. I hope no one here does. It's like asking a goose what they think about a movie. No, because a goose might have an opinion. A goose is more capable of forming an opinion than artificial intelligence. All Grok will give is an amalgamation of ideas that aren't, it's like that aren't really any one person's and definitely aren't its own. I just fail to understand why you'd even consider asking that. Grok, is this false? Like, I dislike AI in principle. It pisses me off anyway. But Yahoo!
Glorp.
Real and true. Grok, is Cahir valid? Stop asking Grok. Oh, Glorp, like Grok, but Glorp. No, I can get behind that. Like, I just, it hurts my head to imagine an actual human person. Yahoo!
Glory Glorp.
Real and true. An actual human person watching a trailer and the first thing they type in the comments is asking for a machine's opinion on the trailer. If you're in the comments, you can see other people's opinions on the trailer. You don't need to ask for an artificial intelligence, because there will be opinions in the comments as well. You are getting nothing out of this. Do you spend your free time hitting yourself over the head with a hammer? This Araquanid has traded abilities with me on 7 different occasions. SFA does, Mango does, but not with a hammer. I should have expected this. Rob just died. That's how I feel when I go into the comments of, like, any trailer ever, and the top comment is someone asking Grok's opinion. Nothing gets me this riled, except... Very few things get me this riled. But it's one of the main... I just... can't wrap my head around it, man. You die now, goodbye. Okay, I'm gonna read this out as it's written. So opinions, is AI R34 probably exists, but I don't want to see it. I like how that started off as like an open-ended question and ended as a statement. You know, I enjoy that it started off as like a discussion starter to initiate a conversation, and then ended off so asking Grok is like AI Rule 34. What? What are you... What? I don't think this is a words issue at this point. What are you saying? I'm not even beginning to fathom the point you're trying to make. Would you do the thing to AI Rule 30? No. I am an ethical gooner. If no, then no Grok for you. Oh, I see. Only unethical gooners are allowed to ask for Grok's opinion on movies and TV. Is that what you're saying? Oh, that's a nice clip. What, me going, I'm an ethical gooner? Me declaring loudly that I only ethically goon? I kinda wanna fight Ninjask. Like, that one meme that's like, Shaq doing like the timeout hand sign, and it's like, when you're at the ethical goon sesh, but someone pulls out AI porn. You're gonna sneak off, what, to go and goon to Grok porn? Is that it? That what you're going off to do, SFA? Doing a really bad job at choosing any Pokemon that I can actually attack. Chris only goons to Shenhe and Krogunk. I do not goon to Krogunk. I do not goon to Krogunk. This is lies and slander. I have never once gooned to Krogunk. Krogunk is a Pokemon and a frog. I do not goon to Krogunk. Stop this. This is lies and slander. I'm not going to enjoy that gunk. Remember when Cahir commissioned you to make 3 different pictures of Krogunk? I didn't do that. Especially not in the way you're implying. What is this guy doing? What is this arachnid doing? This stream is getting too lewd for you. That's true, actually. We should bring this back to good Christian values. Who read their Bible today? Let's get everyone's favorite Bible verse in chat. I should become one of those Christian grifters. The devil doesn't want you to see this image. Baby Shrek. Like this stream and make sure to subscribe if you can see Jesus in this image. I'm good without it, Jessica. 6-9. Leviticus 11:9-12. What is that about, Mango? Jackie Chan 210. In the beginning there was booty. I don't think SFA gets how the Bible is structured. Is that the no gooning section? Hopefully. Hopefully. That's a good point. I think that's the truth. Is there's no such thing as an ethical goon sesh, because all gooning is unethical in the eyes of the Lord. No, it's the shrimp eating one. I see. Do you not eat shrimp? Do you believe eating shrimp is immoral, Mango? Concerned that that's SFA's version of the Bible. This is perfect, thank you, Valplume. What did Valplume do? Oh, grassy terrain. Is that what it did? It does, yeah, no, it does, yes, indeed say about, what was it called? You're not allowed to eat shrimp. Like, it says in the Bible that you're not supposed to eat shrimp. That you're not supposed to eat shrimp at all. And that's because seafood and shrimp and shellfish and stuff went off really quickly. At what point it'll make you throw up. Anyway. Ooh, anyway, you like Glorp 1111. That does sound like a very you part of the Bible. 3 days later, he gooned again. Damn, he went 3 whole days. Alright, it's time to go big or go home. You're only allowed the things that have fins or scales. Interesting. Your favourite verse is when God said, kill Xingqiu, and then Xingqiu died. I don't think God said that. I think you're putting words in his mouth. I'm wondering if I went a bit too big too early, because if that thing hits me with the wrong attack, I might die. Okay, I won't die from that. Oh wow, I almost did. Please don't do another attack on me, thank you. I'm not sure if it's going to do another attack yet. Oh. Ribombi just healed me. How kind. Everything changed when Yelan was released. But Xingqiu still has his uses. Especially for people who don't have Yelan. Even though I do have Yelan. I'm interested to see what Yelan's skin is going to look like. This is potentially one of the first times I'm going to think about buying a skin when it releases, but, you know, we'll talk about that more tomorrow. Alright, I should probably... Oh no, Rob just died. Rob, no! Rob! What was I saying? Alright, yeah. Just to clarify, there will be no stream on Monday. There will be a Tuesday stream here on CahirLIVE instead. Because I got my buddies coming over for my birthday on Monday. Because Monday is the most convenient day for them. And then I get 2 back-to-back streams over the birthday season. And that's pretty exciting, I think. That's pretty exciting indeed. What we got? What we got? Nothing. Just double check Ninjask, because Ninjask has a very similar shiny to its actual self. We can check that in a moment. We can check how close it is to its OG. OG and just a... Oh, it was a Marowak, wasn't it? I remember now. I got a shiny Marowak. And as for shiny Ninjask, here it is. Here's shiny Ninjask. Wait, when it's your birthday? I have a horrible memory. The 18th. It's more or less the day 5.7 releases. I think 5.7 here in England technically releases at, like, on the 17th, late at night. But the 18th, I think, is when most people will stop playing it. I also got the shiny Aurora from that one event. I don't know why I named it Charlie, but I did name it Charlie. So this is Charlie the Aurora. You'll have to see it. I forgot! I named the Ponyta Warhorse! I'm so good at naming things. I like that the music stopped and then it more or less did the fucking vine boom sound effect. That was actually kind of good timing. Anyway. Sorry, just waiting for Rob to get back. You know how it is when you're waiting for Rob to get a beer. Because it would suck if we went in without him. What shinies do I have in these games? I transferred most of them across. I've got... Okay, no, this is a regular Silver Ally, actually. I've got... So I forgot it's the fucking same. I forgot that shiny Shedinja is the same as regular Shedinja. I have a shiny Shedinja because I have a shiny Ninjask. But they look identical. Here's my shiny Silver Ally. It's ground type right now for some reason. Then I have a shiny Tapu Koko. I think I have another shiny Tapu Koko. I know I have another shiny Tapu Koko. Because I had Sun and Moon when that event released, so I got them both. So I'm greedy. And I wanted 2. So I got 2. You guys are just listing directions, that's crazy. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. Alright. Me and Rob have arrived. So it's time to hop on in. Alright, I'm gonna take Butterfree just because it's gonna be worse than any potential Pokemon we might get later on. But it's also got a poison attack. So if we get nothing else with any poison attacks, I'll keep Butterfree, and then Rob can take whatever good Pokemon is on the horizon. Okay, there's an immediate Tentacruel to the right, which is nice, and that's it. Okay, cool. So let's go to that Tentacruel. Just gonna look well. Okay, there's a Ninjask and a Ribombee, and... is that Drift? Again, my, like, joystick is kind of fucked up. It spins now. Which I don't think it's really meant to do. Definitely better game than Scarlet and Violet? Not really. I feel like Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet guide more or less the exact same answer out of the idea that Game Freak, of like saying, oh, Game Freak don't have enough development time. Sticking to this 3-year cycle is too tight. Sword and Shield more or less hit like the necessities for what makes a Pokemon game, but have like nothing outside of that. That just kind of lead to them being like a bit too straight ahead. Whereas Scarlet and Violet are very rough around the edges, but actually like have a lot to them. Not anymore. Switch 2, it plays like a dream. Yeah, I definitely think the Switch 2 clears up a lot of the issues with Scarlet and Violet, especially given that we are not on day 1 anymore. I'm very interested to see how the fandom treats Scarlet and Violet going forward. Because, I feel like Scarlet and Violet has a better gameplay loop than Sword Shield. Actually, yeah, I think I've made a good way of putting it. Scarlet and Violet is rough around the edges, but has a lot of stuff that's like actually fun and interesting in the game. Sword and Shield is like the potential man. You know that potential man meme? Sword and Shield is like the potential man meme. Where like, it's got so many seeded good ideas, but never really fully realizes any of them. Like, the wild area is an interesting idea, but it's kind of dull and uninteresting. The gym challenge being like this big tournament on like a sports level is such an interesting and cool idea, but I feel like it ends up falling a bit flat and not being as interesting as it could be. Rose is almost an interesting antagonist, but he's got to be a twist villain at the end, and his plan's kind of dog shit. And I feel like there's just a lot of that over and over again in this game, where it's like, this is almost a really cool idea. Okay, that was an attack that was used on it. If it had come out in that state, it definitely would have been considered possibly best game. Yeah. I think I might have brushed on this last stream. But, I find it interesting that people are getting... People are seeing the new Game Freak game, which looks really nice. And they're being like, oh, how come Scarlet and Violet didn't look like this? When it's clear in the leaks, they wanted it to look like that. They very much overshot. Oh, okay. I'll take Tentacruel then. I don't think there's going to be anything else worth taking, Rob. Oh, do you just want to do Crustle? I'm now realizing Rob probably just wants to use Crustle. let's go, I think, this way. But yeah, no, I'm very interested to see what fandom opinion of Scarlet and Violet is this time next generation. Because Sword and Shield definitely had a bit of a revisionism done. People definitely view Sword and Shield in a very different way. But Sword and Shield, at the time of its release, was considered as much of a reason that Game Freak needs more development time for their Pokemon games as, like, Scarlet and Violet was. And now there are fundamentally a lot of Sword and Shield fans. Honestly, I'll stand by it. I think I've said it before. I think Sword and Shield, one of its biggest issues, is the fact that it tried to use the Alola route designing technique. And I feel like it really does not work for this game. Sword and Shield's routes are not interesting, unlike Alola's. Alola manages to have really interesting and cool routes. Sword and Shield just kind of falls flat and they're not. Even though it's the exact same, like, design philosophies. And I think I've said it before, but I'll say it again. Alola works because Alola is such a small and compact region. Where, like, oftentimes when you're going up a route, you can see the other route on the other side of the fence. Which really makes Alola feel like it's a nice and compact region, where, like, it feels like you are exploring it fully. But it's fundamentally does not work like that in Sword and Shield, where it's clear that Galar is a region larger than its roots. And its roots are just kind of all dinky and small. And they try and do stuff like have stuff on the horizon, but the stuff on the horizon just kind of ends up falling a bit flat. Because you can't visit them and never visit them. Like, very early on in the game, you're walking down a route and Sonia's like, look! Just over there! At that power plant. And you can't go there. She just points at it. I also think it does end up fundamentally failing in what Alola does with its route designs, in that its caves feel very linear and uninteresting. Because, like, even though you could probably argue that it's not too far off with Alola's caves, there's fundamentally more to them, especially, like, Pony Canyon. I don't hate Sword and Shield, though. Another, like, very controversial opinion I have. Another controversial opinion I have is if, like, there's no actually bad Pokemon game. None of them are bad. The title, I've got a white herb. Has Rob got a white herb? That's the question. To be honest, places like that in X and Y, wish we were going to in ZA? Nah. If... Oh, I see. Okay, no, yeah, X and Y does that a few times. Okay, no, yeah, I agree with that much, but I don't wish we were going to them in ZA. ZA has a clear goal, right? ZA has a clear goal and idea in its heart. An entire game set in Lumio City. I don't think they need to muddy up the water because they teased things back in X and Y they didn't deliver on. Like, you did not get White Herb, oh no. Oh no. Like, I would rather they go forward with a new idea and concept, like an entire game set within one city, than pander to fans and try to fill in... Oh, you're not gonna die now. Immediately, at least. And not just pander to fans and fill in plot holes. Like, I don't think... I don't think we need it. Oh. Yeah. I would just rather get new and interesting ideas than constant backtracking. Legends as a series, I think, stands apart because it's willing to tell us new stories in regions we've already visited, which is a very rare thing to happen outside of a generation that... It's a rare thing to happen. It's happened twice. We've had new stories based in regions we've already visited twice. And that being Heart Gold, not just Heart Gold, Soul Silver, but Kanto in JoJo games, and Unova in Black and White 2. Like, it's a very, like, rare opportunity. Not rare anymore, clearly, because the Legends games are a thing, right? They're really opening the gates, and the fact that they skipped Gen 5 really says that Legends games are going to be whatever they want them to be. I wouldn't be surprised if Legends ZA, they set out with the idea of, we want to make a Pokemon game entirely within the city. Lumiose seems like the natural option for that. Like, I wonder if... I'm not sure if leaks have deconfirmed this, because we probably have that kind of knowledge from early development of ZA, but I'm almost wouldn't be surprised if it turned out that Legends ZA was originally going to be a Legends game set in Unova, and it was all going to be set in Castelia City, but then as Game Freak were developing it, they realized that they would have to entirely overhaul and change Castelia City, making it into basically like another city entirely. To which they realized they could do Lumiose City, which is a city that they would not have to redesign that much, because it's already got a very distinct shape that wouldn't have to change to be made into an open world. Right? Because, like, Castelia City as an open world would be an odd one, because it's, like, 5 main streets that all go back to that one fountain. Like, I think that there is a lot that could work, but, like, I do think that Lumiose is the more natural option for a game set entirely within one city. I'd find it really funny if this guy with the alchemy immediately fucking swaps the scientist Pokemon, because he just changed his Pokemon. But I actually kind of hope it's Celio. I really hope Celio changes. It was Alchemy guy. I knew it was going to be Alchemy guy. He got a Sudowoodo. Alchemy guy got a Sudowoodo, which is very much a weak to Xerneas' Horn Leech. That's crazy. But yeah, no, I think I'm harping on the same point over and over again at this point, but... Game Freak set out to make a Pokemon game based entirely within one city. I'd rather they focused on making that as good as possible, rather than trying to ask questions from a decade ago. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. If it hits us with one more Dazzling Gleam, we lose. One more Dazzling Gleam, and we just fucking lose the fight. We just lose it. Freeze it, freeze it, freeze it, freeze it. That'd be so fucking funny if you freeze it right now. Iron Defense is gonna do jack shit. It's a special attacker. Oh my god. We are cooked. Bro's double dipping on the Shell Smash? If Xerneas decides to hit him, he explodes. That did nothing, even though I did a Swords Dance. Okay. think it's one more turn till I can Dynamax. But I'm going to be honest, I think we will have lost by then, because again, if this thing pumps off one more Dazzling Gleam, we lose. One more Dazzling Gleam, and this fight is over. Okay, that was some good damage. And it lowered its speed. And Rob's gonna kill himself with the Life Orb. I just realized he's gonna kill himself with the Life Orb. Ouch! Ouch, that hurt. Okay, we all die from a Dazzling Gleam now, I think. I think if it uses Dazzling Gleam at this point, we all die. Together. Hand in hand, like the end of Toy Story 3. Where they all died. Because there was not a movie after that. I don't actually hate Toy Story 4. Toy Story 4, for being an unnecessary movie, was like firmly in the alright category, which is interesting to me. Right? Like, Toy Story 4 as a movie, I think very much is like, it's fine. Toy Story 5, I think, pisses me off more. Because as much as Toy Story 3 was made to be a finale to Andy's story, Toy Story 4 was made to be a finale to Woody's story. And while Buzz has been the Dude Dragonist the whole time, Woody was the main character. If this kills, that's great, but I don't think it's going to. It didn't. But yeah, like, fucking, they made a point of, fuck my brain. They made a point of Toy Story 4 being like the final thing, and now they're making another one, and it's like, you are milking it so hard. Yahoo!
Get it twisted.
Real.
Gamble.
Real.
Please start gambling.
True.
Gambling is an investment and an investment only.
Exactly.
You will profit.
Yep.
You will win. You will do all of that. You understand.
So yes, sir! Glorp. Okay, well, you might have won here. Maybe. We didn't win here. We lost. I'm sorry. I failed you all. I will end it all now. If we'd done 1 point more of damage, if we'd done a singular point more of damage, we would have won that. This is devastating. Devastating, I tell you. I'm gonna go to the toilets. I'm gonna go to the toilet, and once I'm back from the toilet, once I've returned from the toilet, we will be continuing. So be sure to stay tuned. Piss, GG, piss, piss, GG, piss, piss, GG, piss, 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 GG. I'm glad that's an emote now, you know, I'm very glad we've got the piss GG emote. Wait a minute, Finn! Finn, wait a minute! Wait a minute, Dorsal Fin 1, what is that? What is that you're using? I didn't know you became stylish and cool. I didn't know you became stylish and cool and interesting. When did you become stylish and cool and interesting? I've been out the loop on this one. You used Mango to get it. What do you mean you used Mango to get it? Oh, is this some... Did you get a hype train on one of your streams? Wait, and I missed it. That's actually kind of devastating. That's actually low-key devastating. That I missed out and don't know if that's a serve. No, I gifted Mango a sub. Oh, I see, I see. That's how you used Mango to get it, is you gifted him a sub. You held a bunch of her streamer luck. Oh no, that's true, that's fair. That makes sense. That's pretty logical, I think. Berserker. Bing bong bing bong bing bing bong bing bong bing bong bing bong. What we got up there? Okay, no. Wait, I need all my streamer luck to go elsewhere. Can I redeem more?
Hey.
I don't know. Can you? Hello, pumpkin. There's a magneton. There's a magneton to the left. I think you can get to the magneton by the right path as well, but I think left is gonna... I just... It was on the left side. Take Glalie? No, Berserker's better. Or is there something I'm missing out on here? No, Glalie on the right. Oh, okay. Did I... Yeah, okay, I see. Sorry. I fucked up. I fucked up. I fucked it up. Alright then. Let's get on with the show. And beat this double up. Beat this double up. Beat this double up. Said beat this double up. Ugh. You know? You know when you... Oh! In it. In it. I need to think about what I'm having for dinner over the next week. I've got some ideas. I'm gonna need to calculate and figure it out, you know? But I can, I'm smart. Oh shit. Okay. Goodbye, Rob. Me when Rob dies. My face when Rob dies. There's the crit. There's the crit indeed. We were overdue for it, I think. We were quite overdue for it in the grand scheme of things. Alright, I should re-clarify. So there's a Tuesday stream next week, and then there's gonna be no Friday stream next week. Tuesday's gonna be the only stream next week, because on Friday I'm going on holiday. I'm going away on Friday. Maybe I should give you all homework in my absence. That homework being to watch Blue Box. Sorry, I will be on this train for... I'll probably be off it by the time I'm back from Spain, to be fair. I envision a situation in which by the time I'm back from Spain, my hyperfixation has moved on. And maybe I'm ready to hyperfixate on something else, actually. What about Chris is here? We will have the Saturday stream, then we'll have the Wednesday stream, and then I will still be gone for a week, beginning on Friday. So the next Is Here stream will be... the 25th, I think. If I'm not mistaken. So it shall be a bit of a gap, but I gotta have my vacay. I gotta chill by the pool in the sun. Go to the beach. Apparently I'm seeing a magician. That's pretty cool. Maybe go sightseeing. Take a few pictures. Magic, a magic show. Maybe they'll saw me in half. That would be interesting. If they sawed me in half. Yahoo!
He's going to the beach, let him get away.
True and real. Did it actually try and sing that a bit? Low-key, it felt like it actually did try to sing that a bit, but... Oh, there's the Glalie, I see. Well, now it doesn't matter which way we get. Yeah, we could have had our cake and eat it too. Butterfree has a poison attack. Which is pretty good. Is this going to be a... It is. Crazy. Crazy stuff. I think it'd be interesting. They won't, because they were designed with very different philosophies in mind. But I think it'd be interesting if they brought back some of the Gigantamaxes as Megas. Which is obviously how we get Mega Charizard Z. But, like, I feel like G-Max Machamp and Butterfree and, like, Kingler would work pretty well, right? Sandaconda, I think, would work well. Maybe not the Applins. I don't think the Applins would work as well. Mega Gengar Z. Colossals, I think, would work well. The same with Lapras, actually. Both of those would work quite well. But again, the issue is their design philosophies are fundamentally making them bigger. So I think it would not work 100%. Because fundamentally they're made to be larger, right? We need the Crabblove, true and real. G-Max Kingler is so funny to me, because it doesn't make any appearance in the main story. I bet there are some people who don't even know Kingler got a G-Max. Every Mega Evolution, like, you don't have, like, any Megas that people are like, wait a minute, that Pokemon got a Mega? Like, I've never heard anyone go, that Pokemon got a Mega? About any Megas, right? Like, I never see people genuinely, like... I see people complaining about specific Pokemon getting a Mega, but I never see specific Pokemon getting, like, complained about. But I swear there are still people who are like, wait, Kingler got a G-Max? They made Gigantamax Kingler. I swear I've seen that a few times, which is quite funny, because it really is just, like, it's just out the way. It's just out the way, and quite unknown. The issue is G-Maxes are very, like, niche to get, because you specifically have to get Pokemon with the G-Max factor. I think if Gigantamaxes were just, if a Pokemon can Gigantamax, it Gigantamaxes, then we'd be chilling. Right? But no, they didn't do it like that, and that's kind of stupid. Magnetime! Magnets. Me when I'm in a magnet competition. Sorry, I just wanted to make the sound of a magnet with my mouth. I just felt like I should start making magnet noises with my mouth. You know how it is when you gotta make magnet noises? You guys make magnet noises sometimes, don't you? Can I get a quick head count here of people who've made magnet noises before? Just type in, I make magnet noises in chat. So I know if you make magnet noises or not. Not I said glorp. You did say glorp, didn't you? It is the hottest day of the year and my fan's still broken, which isn't great. Which isn't great at all. Crazy that it hit you with Steel Spike and it did that much. That's wild. Your profile picture looks weirdly like Ho-Ho. Also, Chris, when he is in a magnet competition. Real and true. And you've never made magnet jokes. Devastating. I gotta Google something. We're not doing much damage to this guy, are we? From Star Rail. I like Ho-Ho. She's funny. I've seen her a bit in Finn's streams. Personally, I think my profile picture looks like me. Because it's me. Just to ensure you're in the loop on that one, you know? Alright. We're almost halfway done. Where you kind of see it, oh no. She's being convinced. Foiled by lies. What you hate to see. Oh, that was an animation. Okay, now I'm gonna Gigantamax? So we can kill this Magneton in the next 2 turns. Because I want to kill the Magneton in the next 2 turns. You know how it is. Alright. Yeah, I think this guy dies next turn, but before that happens, is bad things going to happen? Before it dies, are bad things going to occur? Is the big question. Oh wait, I might be able to... It's gonna live in red, I think. Yeah, it is. Okay. I didn't realize I hadn't gone yet. I thought I'd gone, but I hadn't gone. That's crazy. The more you know. The more you know. You guys hear they're making a Doctor Who CBB show? Which I find really funny. I find that really funny. I really... Like, I'm probably not going to watch it because it's a CBB show. But I'm looking forward to the Doctor Who discourse that could arise here. Because, again, Doctor Who is one of the most toxic fandoms. But to be fair, I guess there isn't all that much discourse about, like, the Pokemon stuff made for, like, toddlers. Because there's a decent amount of Pokemon stuff made for toddlers. But to be fair, the Pokemon stuff made for toddlers is sometimes, like, really high quality. Because there's, like, that one animated short about that little girl in the, house where, like, her grandparents use loads of Pokemon. And she's, like, chasing after that Slugma. And that's, like, just a gorgeously done short. And then there's, like, the Gengar one. Like, it's just good animation, and it's good stuff set in the Pokemon world, which is nice. Like, I love stuff set in the Pokemon world. Right? Like... What's it called? The Pokemon world is such an interesting world, and I'm just a big fan when, like, we get, like, just slice of life shit in it, like Concierge, or random shorts, like Twilight Wings is up there. Yiswain Snow, insane, love that. Poldain Winds, brilliant. Because it's, like, the side stories that I like seeing. Like, I feel like we're probably going to get another, like, Generations Evolution style thing next year. I wanted to light screen so bad. I mean, you still could have. It just would have meant that I died Gigantamax instead. Like, Generations and stuff is chill, and... What the fuck? How'd you do that much damage? What are you feeding that Magneton? What is this Xerneas made of, and why is it butter? Did we get, like, an Omni boost from someone? What the fuck? I'm really confused as to why we're doing so much damage to this thing. Another special defense drop. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it. Crikey. Shadow Ball loads special defense, and it's lowered it again. Which means unless it nullifies stat changes before you attack again, it's dead. Hey! Hey, you'll have to see it. You'll have to see it. But yeah, like, you know, stuff like Evolutions and Generations, they're cool. To be fair, actually, both Generations and Evolutions do have some more slice of life-y episodes. Evolutions less so, though, because Generations had, like, 18 episodes. That was an insane run with Generations, was, like, 18 episodes, one a week. Just like a new little, like, story set in the Pokemon world every fucking week. That was peak. And then we had shit like Looker looking for Giovanni, which is quite main story related, but, like, it was still a really cool short. Then there was one with him and Silver. There was one where Lance went to the Lake of Rage alone, and we just saw him ripping through Team Rocket with Dragonite, which was funny. Then there was the one with, like, two of the reporters from ORAS breaking into Mosty's Space Center to get the footage of a satellite, from a satellite, where they, like, watched, like, the ORAS protagonists fight between Rayquaza and Deoxys. Like, that stuff does go quite hard, to be fair. But, slice of life shit set in the Pokemon world goes so hard. I love a good bit of Pokemon slice of life. Like, and I think Twilight Wings scratches that itch well. Hisui Snow is a very interesting story because it's, like, set in the past. I like Poldain Winds as well because it's, like, very much about just, like, regular people in the Pokemon world rather than the people who become the champion. Because, like, those chiller, more low-key stories are just very entertaining. Because a lot of the time it's just like, these guys are going to be the best in the world. Like, no. Show me John. Show me John and his office job, actually. I want to see, like, Percy the Gardener and his hijinks in the Pokemon world. Like, just low-key slice-of-life Pokemon shit. If what, like, Concierge, I think... Concierge is... I'm gonna leave more for Rob. Concierge doesn't quite do it for me. It's almost there, but it's not quite it. And I don't know why. I don't know why it's not quite it, but, like... More shit like that would go hard, though. There is a poison type to the left. It's a question I've asked a bit before, but I'm going to ask it again just because I feel like it's kind of taken a different context at the moment. Because it's, what's your, like, realistic Pokemon team? What, and, like, because, like, I've asked before, what Pokemon would you have if you were in the Pokemon world? Like, realistically. Because everyone's always like, oh, I'd have Palkia. It's like, no, you fucking wouldn't. What Pokemon would you have, like, for real? Realistically and feasibly. Right? But people are starting to ask, what Pokemon would you have? Like, what's a realistic team for where you are? Right? Not what Pokemon would you have. What's, like, your most realistic Pokemon team, based on, like, your pets and surroundings? And that's, like, that's a good one. I like that one a lot. Because, like, what would it be? Okay, Purloin, because I have Missy. She could be an Alolan Meowth, actually. No, I think she'd be a Purloin. I don't think she'd be a Alolan Meowth. Alolan Meowth, I think, fits into more, like, purebred cats. And Missy isn't. So I think she'd be a Purloin. Then... like, my house is full of spiders. So I feel like a spider Pokemon makes sense. I've seen a few jumping spiders around, so I think I'd go for Joltik. Then, my neighborhood is fucking full of crows. There is a massive flock of crows in my neighborhood. And they're just always around. Just always. Like, it's low-key crazy how many crows there are. So Murkrow. You get foxes around a fair bit? Yeah, but I don't like foxes, so I wouldn't want to catch one. I don't like foxes, so I don't want a fox on my team. There's a lot of grasshoppers around, so I think like a Pokemon like, what's it called? I remembered its name for a moment there. Nimble. But I don't think I'd catch a Nimble either. The fact I have a terrarium kind of makes me want to say Turtwig, but I feel like I'm taking it a step far. I used to have chickens, but I don't anymore. Snapchat, shut up! I opened Snapchat accidentally yesterday. Did not mean to open Snapchat. Did not mean to open Snapchat. All fucking day, it's saying a guy I haven't spoken to in years posted a story for the first time in a while. And it's like, that's not happened 3 times today. That's happened once at most. Why do all apps spam you so much? Like, if an app fucking spams me with 70 notifications about some bullshit I don't care about, then I'm not opening you. Fuck off. I entirely turned TikTok notifications off because of it. And every time I open that app, it's like, oh please, 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 open me, let me notify you again, please let me, please turn notifications on again, please turn notifications on. It's like, shut the fuck up. No, I'm not gonna do that. So I fucking enable notifications. Send me like 5 a day. That's too many. Shut up. Crikey, man. I hate this current age of expectancy, where it feels like everything and everyone maybe feels a bit entitled to your time. Oh, did you just remember Nimble exists? No, I used a low kicks. To be fair, Nimble struck quite an impact on me when I played Scarlet and Violet, because it was just a funky little grasshopper guy, and I was like quite enamored by it. I was quite enamored by Nimble. You going for the fish? Probably better I take it than you, I think. Because you've got a fire type. In it. Yo, I got the Swords Dance Poison Jab. But yeah, any more opinions on realistic Pokemon teams? I just think it's a fun little idea. Okay, if we go left, there's a hiker. There are a lot of deer in the forest out back. Turtwig is best case scenario, but more realistically, I'm going to say Deerling. And Deerling's pretty cool. I'll take a Deerling. I don't think that's a full team, but honestly, like, I would even say I should maybe cut down a bit, because I think it's unrealistic to have a full team. You can't do anything to this, so good luck. You can try, yeah, you can do something. It's fine. You got this. I believe. Wait, so yeah, what we got? Purloin, Joltik, Murkrow, Deerling. Oh, right, and then people often include a Pokemon that would specifically help them with their job, which I find really cute. Like, they specifically think, like, okay, what Pokemon would be the most useful to have for my job? Oftentimes people will say electric types, specifically because, like, it'll help them, like, charge their phone and with electricity and stuff. And, like, that's fair and true. Like, Joltik would be quite helpful for, like, having a phone. Indeedee? Indeedee? For you? Or me? Oh, I see why you're saying Indeedee, actually. I could see Indeedee. I could see Indeedee, but I do, like, not, like, heavy lifting, but, like, lifting and busy work a lot. I'm often relied on for, like, busy work. So I'm thinking, like, a smaller Pokemon that's kind of, like, based on strength. Kind of like Timber, I think. I don't know why my mind goes to Timber first. I'm trying to think of what other Pokemon there are in this. Like, how much would Pokeballs cost IRL, though? Well, currency in the Pokemon world is equivalent to yen. So 200 prize money in the Pokemon world is basically 200 yen. So I think it'd be like £2. For me, I think I might have to go Rotom or like a Metagross as a supercomputer. Metagross would be intense and wouldn't fit through most doors. I could see like Rotom. Maybe like Kadabra. Alakazam, I guess, would be a bit easier to have around. That's like the other thing to think of, right? Like, I saw like one where it was like someone like kind of role-playing as if they were looking for a new roommate, and they were like thinking about all the Pokemon that would be like entirely like dog shit to room with. Actually, Porygon Z, it's a bug. That's respectable, I like that. But it was like, him being like, Garchomp! We can't let that in the house! Do you keep that out and about? Typhlosion with the flames? I guess we could use Electivire for the electricity bill. And it was like stuff like that. Oh no! Genuinely. You'd keep a Typhlosion. You'd want to, but I don't think that fits into the situation we're playing out here. Nice and warm thing to cuddle. It spews flames from its neck. Nice and warm to cuddle until it burns the house down. Or when you type in Pokemon... Okay, human-like was the category I wanted to go to. But when I typed in Pokemon humanoid, immediately it was Pokemon humanoid female. And I was like, fuck. This fandom has a very specific reputation, and it's low-key earned it. Sork would be interesting. But I think I'm sticking with Timber. Croagunk would be nice, but it wouldn't really fit. And I don't really know any frogs in the area. Oh shit, that's not great. But that's the thing I find interesting about like these kind of conversations. Is like, what are Pokemon you could realistically own and take care of? Caesar's a bug, you could have him. Okay, so what is Caesar based on? What insect is this guy? Mantis, oh it is, isn't it? I think Mantis is probably the most like. Is it? Yeah, so it's a Mantis. Are there Mantises in your garden? I think it ends up being the blunt question. It's also 5'11". Caesar is 5'11". That is a grown-ass person. Oh, we just lost. Okay. We were kind of fucked there. Our teammates' Pokemon were not tanky enough. Oh well. I think I'll probably do one more run-through. Is Magina an actual maid? I'm sure. I know it's like a mechanical marvel type thing. I think Pokemon that kind of fit into the maid butler category better are in DD. I was thinking of like Ish and DD as separate, but they're the same, so it's... yeah. Yours would be Luxio, Scorbunny, Esper, Litwick, Rookidee, and Petlil. Interesting, interesting. I guess Litwick is just a candle. Interested to hear Luxio, though, because Luxio's like a lion. Seeking. You could house another person size. You could, but I'm just asking because they're your favorite characters, your favorite Pokemon. I see, I see. I can definitely see the maid comparison. I'm not sure if it's actually a maid. We should probably go right. There's an Ivysaur to the right. What's his dex entries? Okay. It synchronizes its consciousness with help with others to understand their feelings. This faculty makes it useful for taking care of people. So it's it very much is built to take care of. It functions thanks to its artificial soul. This vivid decoration is proof that it was presented to as a gift to royalty. So I think this is like a very like high class maid-like thing. It sounds like it's something you'd gift to, like, royalty to... Or, like, a very, like... It sounds like a gift from one very rich person to another, is what I'm trying to say. Or just think, like, very, very, very rich people and old. You'd find it in China or Canada, I think. The place I live is probably infested with Pidove, Nickit, Trubbish, and Clink. That's fair, that's fair. Clink is an interesting one, though. I don't know, like, the thing I find interesting about the concept is it's very much like what Pokemon would you realistically have. And I find that cool, because, like, everyone's got Pokemon they'd want, right? Everyone's got Pokemon they'd want, but what would you realistically have access to? And that's what I find interesting about it, is it's not like a... Because, like, everyone's got Pokemon that they'd, like, love to have, right? Like, Caesar and Luxio. But, like, input where you actually are. And sat down where you, like, actually live. What Pokemon would you find in the park? In the alleyways of your streets? If you're walking down the road and run into a Pokemon, what would it be? And what ones of those Pokemon would you capture? you have a job. If you have a job. Or at least, like, a hobby or something that's quite intensive. You probably wouldn't be doing it alone in the Pokemon world. You'd probably have some kind of backup, some Pokemon to help out. I definitely have a male Unpheasant. Their hair thing is fabulous and they're readily available. That's fair, that's fair. I mean, yeah, Unpheasant is like the final evolution of Pidove, right? And if there's a lot of pheasants in your area, then that's pretty realistic. It is funny how the pigeon turns into a pheasant, I will say that. Issue is, I'm feeling a bit iffy about 5 Pokemon, right? Because... what's it called? I don't know. One of the interesting things we should go right is past Cradilly. So, no wait, let's go Frexia. Yeah. I don't know, like, that's one of the other interesting things about I think about the Pokemon world, is like how, realistically, most people wouldn't have a full team. A full team of Pokemon is like... must be really hard to upkeep. Because, like, a 6 Pokemon is like having 6 cats, or, like, more if they're big, right? Like, if you have, like, a full, proper trainer team of 6, like, the team that you beat the most, like, the most recent Pokemon game you played with, like, think about how much money that would cost. Cradilly had a move, though. That is a solid point. Sorry, I was just thinking because we were pretty set. It did have Gassaracic, that's a really good point. Shit. People say stuff like, if you're not driven IRL, you wouldn't have good Pokemon. But trust, if Pokemon were real, I'd be a very different person. That is fair. I still feel like the fun of the exercise, though, is thinking about where you are right now, rather than your ideal fantasy self. Also, I think some people see it as if Pokemon were suddenly in our world, and other people see it as if they were in the Pokemon world, and some more ambitious picks. Yeah. I mean, yeah, like, I also think there are fundamentally the people who get very attached to the idea of themselves having specific Pokemon. But I do think, like, the fun of it is, like, what lives around you? And what's their Pokemon equivalent? What do you do and what Pokemon would you need for that job? That kind of thing. And that's where I think the joy of it comes in. It's just the issue is when this conversation comes up, people are like, I want Mewtwo. And they don't think realistically. But you could just keep them in their balls. They'd still, like, starve to death in there. Like, you'd need to take care of them, wash them, bath them, feed them. Keeping them in their balls all the time would be unfair. Obviously in the games you can do that, but the games are video games. Think about, like, in the anime, when Ash sends his Pokemon into the PC, they are actually going to Professor Oak, who has to take care of them. So, let's say that it's not necessarily Professor Oak, but it's like a ranch of some kind the Pokemon in the PC go to. You'd probably have to pay, like, a fee. You'd probably have to pay, like, a bill for the amount of Pokemon you keep there to keep them fed. So even if you did just put all your Pokemon in the PC... if you had an Aggron, Salamence, and Charizard, you would be spending an arm and a leg to keep those guys. And I think that's just how it is. Like, it's easy to be frivolous and, oh, I had this, and this, and this, and this. Balls, food, balls, no fighting, so no lawsuits. I mean, sure, but at that point, what's the point in just keeping them in their balls all the time? You'd have to, like, take them out on walks. Give them their allotted exercise. Yahoo!
Balls.
I saw a lizard yesterday, so I'd have Haxorus, Salamence, and Rayquaza. Exactly. Crikey. Like, I'm just saying in general, like, I think a full team of 6 would be just very hard upkeep. There'd be people who'd have it. There'd be people who could pull it off, I'm sure. But, I think it, like, I'm just thinking for myself, right? Like, I've said what? Yahoo!
Floor.
Real. I've said what? Purloin, Joltik, Dealing, Murkrow, Timber? That's 5. I wouldn't have 5. Missy's mine. Maybe I'd remove Joltik. I like items or Ivysaur. Items or Ivysaur. Ivysaur doesn't have any good TMs moves. I think it's maybe got Sludge Bomb, but it's also like still a second stage. Hopefully Rob's getting the EV Light as well. I'm trying to justify having 6 Pokemon. I mean, no, that's fair, because, like, again, like, people want to be, like, the Pokemon trainer, right? But I think it's more interesting to think about it realistically. Little Wick is the most unrealistic in yours because it drains life force and energy and whatnot, but I can actually live with it because you'll build different. I'm interested to know where you'd find Little Wick. Because it is still a ghost. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like that's the joy of the idea, is like thinking realistically about what Pokemon you could manage and stuff. I'm almost inclined to say I'd get rid of Joltik but still have 4, because Missy as a cat is fundamentally like a free spirit in the house. If there are battles, I'd just go become a Pokemon trainer instead. And also, I'm so dead. No, you're not. Believe in yourself. You might be, actually. No, it's going to use that on me, though. Watch. That's not either of us. Maybe, like, abandoned buildings at night are a chance encounter an antique shop or something. I don't know, I just think the actual justifications behind why each Pokemon would be on your team is the most interesting part of it. Like, in the context of your current life, why did you use Max Geyser on Linoon twice? What's up with that? Like, I'd have a Purloin, because I have Missy, right? She's my cat. She's a black cat. And she's generally quite snooty enough herself. In our general way we personalize her. And the way she acts and stuff, that I think makes Purloin quite like a very Missy-ish cat. I could see Meowth, but again, she's a black cat, not a cream cat, so I think, like, Purloin makes the most sense for her. I said Joltik because there are loads of spiders around the house, and I've seen a few jumping spiders. In fact, I had one in my terrarium. I think it's still in there. I guess realistically, Joltik would be better than Dealing. Because deerling is the idea that there are deer in the forest behind my house. That I've seen a few times on walks and stuff. I could see a good argument that... Are you sure you would have caught that Cahir? Murkrow I think I definitely would have caught easily because there are, like, so many crows outside. There are so many crows. Like, I think it would be easy to go outside and be like, Missy, you scratch, and then throw a ball at the crow. I could just fuck around and catch a crow by accident, you know, like, it'd be, there are so many crows outside. Combi! Beedrill, exactly, yeah, bee Pokemon, I think are pretty realistic. In fact, we have one of those little bee hotels, not bee hotels, insect hotels on the wall. So, like, that's a reasonable one. Especially if you, like, garden and stuff and have a lot of, like, bugs around. Like, there are a lot of butterflies, so I could easily say Vivian. Oh, true, in that case, Swanna. But also, it's not like I have a pool or something, so it would be a bit... Well, if you're near enough to a river that you could have a Swanna... Plus, I think it would be maybe... not too much of a stretch to say if there would be one nearby, you could still buy, like, a kiddie pool for it. Like, I think it's there not being too many steps between you and having that Pokemon. They didn't have Spewpar at some point, and that doesn't align with your philosophy. Well, I wouldn't have to have had Spewpar, because I could have just called the Vivian. But, I wasn't saying I'd have a Vivian, I was just using it as an example. We're off now. Goodbye, Pumpkin. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you for stopping by. And have a good weekend, and potentially see you tomorrow. But yeah, like, like, the joy of the thing is, like, thinking of, like, the whole, like, oh, realistic Pokemon, is thinking about, like, which Pokemon would you have, and then why would you have them? What's the reason that would link them to you? And I think the most out there Pokemon end up being the Pokemon you'd use for, like, your job or hobbies and stuff to, like, justify that. Because, like, okay, I don't do, like, a lot of big manual labor, but I do, like, a decent amount of, like, grunt work, we'll call it. Moving tables and boxes and stuff. People generally rely on me for that kind of thing. So, like, it would be... Did I use Swords Dance? I don't think I did. So it would be, like, reasonable to assume and suggest that I'd have a Timber to help me with that. You know? And, like, Timber on any other stage isn't really a Pokemon I'd be all that interested in having, but... And I think that's what's interesting about it, is it's not necessarily the Pokemon you'd go out of your way to catch. It's the Pokemon that would be in your area that would be like, oh, that guy. But it's not necessarily the Pokemon that you'd want to catch. Not necessarily the Pokemon you'd go out of your way to get. It's the Pokemon that you'd have access to. That you'd be likely to... Uh-oh. Are you fucking shitting me? It just killed us all. It just killed us all with the one Dazzling Gleam. That's insane. Okay. Okay. How about that? How about that? Oh well. We had a couple of good runs. We also had a few really bad runs, actually. But you know how it is. Maybe I should have switched off of Seeking. Maybe that wasn't what lost the fight at all. But I feel like I just never go out of your way to get something you don't love, though, I guess. I mean, that's fair, but, like... all the same, that doesn't mean you'd have found them anyway. And, like, I guess the question is are there any hobbies you have that could lead to you having, like, any specific Pokemon, right? Like, I think dealing maybe does make more sense in the context of me, considering I do like my terrarium. And I do like that kind of thing, right? So, like, having a Pokemon like dealing makes sense to me under that lens. Like, if you... I was going to say woodwork, but I'm not sure, like, what woodwork Pokemon there kind of are that would maybe fit in this. I guess Scyther and Timber, I think, are the big ones. But yeah, like, it's just a fun exercise that I like doing. But yeah, thank you all for coming. I think I'm going to end off there. Again, next stream will be on Tuesday rather than Monday, because I'm having a bit of an early birthday celebration on Monday. My birthday is next Wednesday, where I'll be streaming over on the Genshin channel, so if you want to say happy birthday to me then yeah. But I will be streaming on Tuesday, the Evolve birthday, all the same, so... But yeah, thank you all for coming. I hope you all had a great time. Low-key glad I didn't get a shiny, because it would have stolen my luck for later. Then again, I'll be doing a shiny hunt on Tuesday as well, so there'll be another stream to worry about then. But yeah, thank you all for coming. I hope you all had a great time. And I will see you all tomorrow. I'll be live on Dorsalfin 1's channel later. That's not Dorsalfin 1. I'll be live on Dorsalfin 1's channel later. If you want to stop by for that. Playing Repo with her. And that will be cool. But yeah, thank you all for coming. I hope you all had a great time. And I will see you all on Tuesday. Goodbye and good night.